As you know, this weekend's going to be pretty beautiful things coming out of the UK as the Jubilee of the Queen, 70 years on the throne, is being celebrated right now. It'll go over the next few days. Here's some live footage of what is happening right now. Big, beautiful parade's happening right now at the front of Buckingham Palace. Well, actually, can we just listen to 30 seconds and then we'll come back and keep talking? But I don't want you to miss anything. Have a look at this. I'll try and put that in the corner of the screen for you now so you can keep an eye on the celebrations as the pomp and circumstance. And right now, waving a little Union Jack flag in his heart is Graham Richardson, the Labor legend, and of course, Peter Gleeson, who's standing to attention with his stiff upper Gold Coast lip. Lads, hello. I do appreciate it. So, Richo, firstly, I haven't seen you since the election. Well done. Congratulations.
I didn't do it, but it was a great night, obviously, for all Labor people. We haven't had as many of them as people like yourself. We don't win that often, so when we do, we make sure we make a real ball of it.
So now that Labor is a government, they're going to have somebody whose responsibility is to try and get the Republic up. Matt Thistlethwaite is going to have this responsibility. In part, this is what he had to say about why Australia should be a republic after Her Majesty passes away.
Firstly, I'd like to congratulate the Queen on her Jubilee and her reign. I think she's been a fantastic monarch and leader of the Commonwealth. But as she comes to the twilight of her reign, I think Australians are naturally beginning to ask themselves, well, what comes next for Australia? Do we want King Charles, or are we mature enough and independent enough to look to appoint one of our own as our head of state?
But Gleeso, look, I've got to say, my view on the Republic has changed depending on whom the monarch is. That said, if it is a direct election, I'll be first in line to say, hell no, no way. Remember, the Republican movement idea is to have, 11 different candidates from all the different states, which means somebody with, 9% primary could end up being there. Can you imagine the debates? For a ceremonial office, I'll cut a ribbon better than you. So we'll deal with that later. But I want to know, what is the 8 hours a day, 5 days a week work for this minister? what do they do on Tuesday at 2 o'clock?
He's on more per hour than any other person, any other politician in the country. Did they flag this before the election? Did they actually say we're going to set up a minister? I don't recall it either, which I think is a little bit disingenuous. Look, I'm ambiguous when it comes to, or agnostic, I think is the word, when it comes to whether we should be a republic or not. But I just feel like, if you're going to have a government who appoints a minister with the express role to come in and, basically change the Constitution, I think they should have probably told us beforehand. What do you think, Richo?
Well, I'm not sure that it matters much, but it would have been better probably to say we'll have a minister for the Republic. I don't think it would have been a big issue in the campaign. I don't think it's a big issue in Australia.
But also, Richo, you've had multiple portfolios at once. You've been the health minister, the environment minister. Is there any cushier gig than 5 days a week, 8 hours a day, being the minister for the Republic when we don't have one?
Well, mate, I've got to say, of all the gigs I had, Minister for Sport's a pretty good one. You get to go to the Olympics. You get, it's a really good deal. And so I.
Can I ask Paul?
Yeah, go, Gleeson.
Sorry. Can I ask, is his first official duty to meet up with the bandana-wearing self-appointed member for Mossman? Is that part of the deal?
Yeah, I think he's changed to a teal bandana now. If that was part of the deal,
he wouldn't run for the job.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, by the way, just a little more with what's happening in London right now. Here's some very cute kids, future in line to the throne. This is William's kids, of course. Arriving, horse-drawn carriage, George and Charlotte. Thank you very much, Madison. He's very excited. Anyway, there it all is. You can watch it all unfolding in our corner here.